Did you know chainsaws were invented for childbirth? It sounds unbelievable, yes? But before the age of anesthesia, antibiotics, and even basic hygiene like hand washing, childbirth was extremely dangerous. Now, complications during labor often became life-threatening. Cesarean sections were rarely an option because of the high risk of infection and death for both mother and child. So what did doctors do instead? In the 1780s, two Scottish doctors, John Aiken and James Jeffrey, invented a hand-cracked chainsaw, not for cutting wood, but to assist in a now outdated procedure called symphysiotomy. Now, according to materials from the Scottish Medical Journal provided by the National Institutes of Health, this surgical method involved cutting through cartilage and bone to widen the pelvis, creating more space for childbirth when labor was obstructed. Now, though many obstetricians at the time were hesitant to adopt Aiken's method for childbirth, Jeffrey's use of the device in orthopedic surgeries, particularly in the excision of diseased bone and joints, gained traction, especially after anesthesia became available. And the story doesn't end there. The Journal of Trauma and Acute Care Surgery reports that a version of this flexible chainsaw was commonly used during the American Civil War for amputations, as it caused less damage to surrounding tissue than the more rigid bone saws of the time. Today, symphysiotomy is no longer widely practiced, and for good reason. The National Library of Medicine's National Center for Biotechnology Information now considers it outdated and highly invasive. But in its time, it was a desperate and sometimes life-saving alternative before the modern C-section became safe and routine. So next time you hear a chainsaw startup, remember it wasn't born in the forest, it was born in the operating room.